What's up, people? Welcome back to another video. This time I'm gonna go over some ongoing problems, since Extreme came out until this day. And this is not about builds or anything. It's about the game itself and the the player base, asking for help, like carrying and etc. It is getting very tired to hear that, keep coming up. Can you carry me, or can you, farm stuff for me? Can you do this for me? Can you do etc.? So I talk to many people who make, contents, and I ask them, should I make this video to clarify that, why people don't answer if you want them to grind you something, or people that usually don't help. And I'm gonna explain, why that is. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is why carry in this game is bad, because it is. First of all, this video has nothing to do with, people that understand how to play the game, or trying to understand, or actually work for to grind stuff and practice. Those, like people like that, I have nothing, to say to them, because I respect them when they grind and then they work hard for it. But I'm more focusing on the people that actually don't grind. They don't understand, and they just want ask to get carry and get gears. And these are type of message I've been getting from my PlayStation, PSN, Discord, and YouTube comment sections. It's been going for like a year now. I mean, not just me. I mean, other YouTube, content creators. I've talked to them. Like I say, I talk to them before I make this video, and I want to make sure they want me to make kind of get my point. Most of them do understand what I meant by that, because first of all, I hear a lot of people say, not a lot of people, but people that don't grind, they don't want to, they don't want to understand. They just want to get these gears. Like, first of all, if you haven't done any extreme raid yet, there's no point for you to get XT gears or higher. If you haven't done level 400 Reapers, or Knight, or Cobalt, or Gleameye, you shouldn't be taking on Divine Beasts. Like I say, I mean, this game, it takes time and preparations. It is not where you can just skip it. The reason why I make this video is because I'm tired of getting messages. People's like, hey, can you carry me to get this weapon, etc. First of all, you really don't need it if you just return from the game. If you return from the launch day, you should probably grind, because there's a lot of stuff to do. It's not because you can skip the entire, all these contents and come back and asking someone just to help you grind, because it's your choice not to do it. So that's why I don't really like when people say, can you carry me, and get that kind of stuff. I will help people, answering questions, giving advice. Those are not a problem. If you know what you're doing, I don't have problem helping. But I do not like people that I just don't want to farm this gear. You can help me farm it because you look OP or anything, but that has nothing to do with me, because you are the one that's playing the game. I'm not playing a game for you. I talked to men. I talked to the others, people that helped, because for example, it's fine if you want to do certain runs and stuff. That's okay, but when you specifically say, you know, I want to get this item, certain items, and it gets really, really difficult because, first of all, this game is all RNG based. There is no guarantee, you know, you will get that item, and you have no idea how long it will take to farm for somebody's gear, and it will take a really long time. It's definitely possible. The other thing is that, you know, the reason why I'm, you know, making this video because I want to make sure it's clear. You know, like, people will just keep asking, you know, like, hey, can you carry me, can you help, etc. Like, for ever since Extreme first came out, you know, I helped so many people. There's a lot of people at me, and then like I help them farm these gears, they will stop playing completely, and then they don't play it anymore. It's to the point where, like, what is the point of helping, you know, like, these peoples when they don't even play the game? It is very annoying. Like I said, this is not just from me, that's from like others. You know, people that who helps the others, you know, like playing the game, etc. So, all right, next thing I want to talk about is you should not skip the steps in this game. You cannot skip it, because if you want to do that way, you know, either good luck finding somebody who can actually carry you through all the way until like the end game contents. Right now, it's almost impossible to carry somebody right now by yourself. You know, like, for example, like I mentioned earlier, people that don't farm the gears, they take a long break and come back, and they're asking for, oh, can you help me get this item and etc. I'm like, where you been? And then they're like, busy. Oh, so you're playing Genshin, and that's busy? I mean, come on. I mean, you don't need to. You don't really need to, you know, grind this game extremely hard. Like, just, you know, at least, you know, do some of it, so that way it's not gonna be extremely difficult down in the road, because the AL is not getting easier. That's for sure. It's getting harder and harder, so where you can actually have to prepare to do these kind of stuff. It's not something like, I'm gonna skip the I play during launch day and I come back, and now I'm gonna oh, since they got OP gears, I can't do it, I'm gonna ask somebody else to help me get it. Why are you doing that? I mean, because just because you're skipping doesn't mean somebody else had to, just hand it to you, because everybody who grind this game, they work hard for it. There's no reason. It's their choice if they want to help or not, because like I said, it's not something where, oh, if you want something gear, you'll get the gear. That's why I say, try and understand the game first. Don't skip just because there's better gears. The gears, they're not as important as knowledge in this game, because if you don't understand what kind of gear it does, what it do, it don't matter. I heard a lot of people say that everything, it's all gear in this game, your stats is really the most important thing. And no, that's not really important, because it's only important if you know what's going on. It's not just numbers, then you'll be fine. It's not because you have the perfect role you can beat the bosses. It's not because you have perfect gears you beat the entire game. No, that's not that simple in this game. You have to understand how buff works, how to use custom, etc. There's a lot of stuff in this game you have to understand. It's not something where people will just come here and see they see better gears and they were like, oh, you're OP because you have these type of gears. No, that's not true. I mean, I can still do exactly the same with a wooden sword, and you're using my gears and you still couldn't do the same. So that's why I'm saying, don't don't focus on the gear too much. Focus on the knowledge, trying to understand how these stuff work. Don't skip steps. This is why I don't really answer to people that just asking for carry anymore, because there's no point. It's not really gonna help you, even if I get you the gears. If you still don't know how to use it, then there will be basically no point. And like I say, everybody that who helped other people pretty much, people that who makes contents will pretty much tell you the same exactly. Because what is the point of you getting gears if you don't know how to use it? And it's not that simple as I'll get the gear, I can do exactly the same as you all without worry about too much. I can just come back from launch day, get better gears, and I'll be OP again. No. This AL is structured differently. You have to actually practice and learn. It's not something you can just hack and slash your way through the entire game without any problems. It's not where you can just skip the entire year and come back and expect this game to be easy. You have to work for it. You have to put effort into it. It's not all about gears and stats. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so one more thing I want to talk about is that some people probably listen to this, and then they were like, "Damn, you don't even help other people. Is that what you do?" It's like, no, that's different. Let me be specific. Caring and helping, they're two different things. Okay? I want to make sure I help you understand how this game, other people would explain the same thing. This is why if you asking, hey, can somebody carry me on any platform or anywhere? Usually people don't answer it because they'll be like, there's no point. I mean, why should we carry you? If basically carrying, it's just bad because that will shows. It basically says that you can't do it and you need somebody to do it for you. There's many times I help people, either A, they're over buffing me, or B, they're doing absolutely nothing. I'm doing all the work. In this, when I'm trying to farm something, I'm doing all the work. That is not cool because, getting over buff and doing all the work, those two does not go well together. And is very annoying. Because because why should somebody doing all the work while you can just get the gear for doing absolutely nothing? Because it doesn't make any sense. It's just not good. Basically, you have to understand that what I'm saying, that helping is that giving out informations, giving you tips, giving you ideas, if you struggle in that stuff, that will help you, and then you learn the game, and then it will be better that way because you actually, once you understand the game, you can basically do it by yourself and do it with the other, not to rely on other people that, oh, you must, you have to do all the work and etc. Because like I say, AL is multiplayer. It's everybody doing their job, not one person doing all the work and the other just don't really need to do anything. So, my definition of helping is I want to make sure you understand the game. Same as many, my friends I talk to, they make contents. Those people, they'll always bring up the same topics, they want to make sure, you understand how how the concept works. It makes life a lot easier rather than, hey, can you just do this for me? At that point, it's basically somebody else playing your game rather than you playing the game. So, helping, it's different. It's for example, it's if you can ask a teacher a question and tips and stuff, they'll definitely help you easily, and then you understand and you get good grades. You're not gonna ask the teacher to help you do homework, do you? You'll be like, hey teacher, or hey professor, can you just do this homework for me so I can get A on it? That's not how it works. So I want to clarify that the differences between caring and helping. Caring is basically somebody just they can't do it, you do it for them. And helping is different. That's why I say, it's not really something something that I really enjoy doing is caring, but like I have no problem doing helping. And because it's been like a year something now, these kind of comments and messages that keep coming. I know if you're like new to the game, it's okay, just take your time, because you can pretty much learn anything now, like from videos, from like people that knows the game, etc. There's no need to go in and ask them, I can't do this, boss, can you just do it for me, can you just help me grind this gears? Like it's too much work for other people. For example, if you ask somebody to grind your gear, but the person is actually have to grind their own gears, have you think about that? The person might not have time to grind it for you. It doesn't mean that they don't help you. It's just maybe they just don't want to in general. So that's why I want to bring up these topics. For this game in general, like for the for people, like I say, for people that plays the game, knows what they're doing, trying to understand what they're doing, working for it, practice, putting effort into it. It doesn't matter if you're putting like a lot or a lot less. As long as you try, that's okay. Those are fine. But I just do not appreciate people that they don't put any efforts into learning the game, and they asking others help just to get their gear so they don't have to play it again. That happened to so many people that I helped back in the day. It's really not good. I mean, if you're gonna ask, like I say, Spore mentioned it so many times, if you're gonna ask me help, make sure you play the game. I'm not grinding gears for you if you don't play it. What is the point of having them? So don't waste other people's time if you're like just want to get your own satisfaction to get these gears, because you don't really need it. Because if you understand how the concept works, for some people they're like, oh, I can't do level 100 and 150, I need the XT gears. You don't need the XT gears. And I want to go do Divine Beast after complete, extreme raid, normal raid. Why would you do Divine Beast at like 400 after that? It doesn't make any sense. So, like I say, try not to skip the steps. And just work your way through it slowly. Nobody really expect to. I haven't played it since launch day, and I'm gonna get to where you get to. I mean, me and my other friend, we spent like a year playing, practicing. So it's not that simple. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the stuff I'm gonna discuss for now. I'm gonna go back to do what I do. Like I say, this video is basically talking about the problems that is still going. It's not like something I really like to talk about, and it's something that I really want to talk about, because it keeps coming up and coming up and coming up. It's like it gets annoying, and people always asking like the same stuff I just mentioned, and it's really to the point where like if I see them pop up, I just don't really look at them anymore, because there's no point. If you cannot like at least put some efforts into like learning it, because this game is really, it's about understanding it and learning it. It is far more difficult than a lot of, other SAO, where this one is way more complicated. That's why I want to, make sure people that understand, that doesn't, doesn't understand why, sometimes asking for caring and whatever in any platform, nobody respond or anything. This is what happened. And yeah, I want to, just talk about it. It's really nothing. I mean, I don't really hate, like, people doing that. I just don't really, like. I mean, hate is not a word for it. It has nothing to do with, like, people playing, or not playing in general. It's just people that often bring up, like that kind of stuff. It gets irritated. It's pretty annoying after here for like a year and something. Some people might be probably even crazier. They're like, you don't really help people at all. Like, if that's what you think, be my guest, go ahead. Like, I'm not gonna explain, and I'm not gonna sit there and to explain why that is until you satisfy. So if you disagree, then I mean, be my guest. Like I say, I don't expect, like, people that don't farm for anything and don't grind anything understand anyway. So like I said, I just need to make this video because a lot of, friends, they're starting to not really look at can you carry me that message that much anymore. People that just don't look at it anymore in general. Yeah, this is basically it. I just want to make it clear, like, if the problem keeps coming up in the future, and you understand, like, for people that who asking the same thing, then you won't see an answer. That's why I want to, make this now, instead of turn into a habit, and then people that just come back from the game and just keep asking the same thing and over, so like I say, I'm still gonna, do what I do, and trying to make sure people that who do want to learn the game, understand, learning the game, keep the same way. Because like I say, this has nothing to do with people who plays the game and who learn to play the game. Like, you guys are doing great. Like, sometimes I really love to answer the comment section, because people were just asking questions like some tips, like what kind of stuff I'm missing, and those are good questions. I mean, I don't really have problem with that. I mean, if you got question, ask. Like, I might not have all the answers, but I mean, I'll do my best to answer it. Because it's better than asking question than not asking question, and just asking for carry instead. Like, at that point, people gets tired and it gets old. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy. I mean, I don't know if I enjoy it, but like I say, hope you guys understand some like ongoing problem for like a year or something now. So basically like a random video. So it's not really something I do all the time, but I do want to make it specific and clear. I mean, I'm not just go out like all out on somebody like, oh, you don't grind it, you don't do it, but I'm trying to tell them this is why, like, this is what happened when you don't, put some work and effort into it. And, other people, they might not want to, deal with it. And like me personally, I mean, I don't have problem if you're just like, if you get, stuck in some part of the game, you need some tips and something, or if you need a hand or something, that's okay. But like, if you haven't get to the certain point where you can do certain content, do not asking for like people that, can you just get me these OP gears so I can do these contents, because you simply do not need it at all. You can do it without it. This is why it's a problem. People get stuck. They want to look for better gears. But the thing is, there's many solutions to overcome that problem. Some of them you might not even need it. Like, you can literally do extreme raids, like anything. Like, you don't even need extreme gears to do extreme raid, but why need XT gear to do extreme raid? It makes no sense whatsoever. So, people that haven't leveled up the Reapers, like, I mean, all the ancient apostles, if you're gonna join mine, yeah, good luck. I'm at like all mines are level 400. I mean, if you're just expecting me to do the same exactly I'm doing in the video by myself, it's not. Look, there's nobody gonna carry you by themselves to do the level 400, you know, without a team, you know, by themselves. Unless you're talking to people who cheated, you know, like use mod and stuff. Yeah, maybe you can get help that way, but other than that, if you're looking for people who actually legit that can help you, no, there's nobody's gonna carry you at level 400 by themselves, because even I can't do it. So yeah, that's what happened when I tried it last time. It wasn't pretty. So it was basically a terrible idea when I'm trying to help somebody, you know, at 400 and I'm doing all the work. I can't even kill it. I mean, there's really no point. Even if I can't kill something, I'm just telling you I can't kill something. It's not like it's different, because multiplayer is different than, you know, solo. That's pretty much it. And yeah, alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.